Hello, beautiful people. Welcome and welcome back. My name is Deandra. If you are new here, and it is still March, even though it's switching from winter to spring. Sorry, the heat is coming up a little bit. It is still March, and guess what March is? Women's History Month, and I really did not want to miss this. I wanted to highlight the bags that are women owned and or founded in my collection, and possibly I was also interested in. I would say I did not realize I had that much. Okay, this was a learning experience for myself, and hopefully it would be for you as well. And if you guys want to, partake in this and highlight any of the bags that you have in your collection that are from women owned, founded bags, brands, please feel free. Now, first thing first, Manzer Gabrielle. Okay, yes, Manzer Gabrielle is woman owned and founded. Let me tell you, because I did my research, I have my paperwork here. Okay, so Manzer Gabrielle was founded in 2012 by Rachel Manzer and Floriana Gabrielle, who met at a concert and launched the brand in 2013. They focus on Italian leather bags, bucket bags, and totes. Okay, the duo remains an active co-creative directors, and their brand is supported by GF Capital Management, which purchased a majority stake. So yes, this is the only bag that I have from Manzer Gabrielle, and this is it's not the maxi, because Nordstrom had written it wrong, but I'm blanking still regardless on the name of this. But I do have a video out on this wonderful kind of butter yellow, slightly highlighter-ish pastel-y color yellow. Okay, I love it to pieces. Liz from Nothing But Bags has the bigger black version to this. I'm a short girly. I'm under 5 feet. I feel like there is a level in which a bag is too monstrous where it just envelops me and it looks too much for my frame. So yes, this is perfect for me. I don't wear it a lot because obviously the color, but when I tell you, when I got this in my collection, I was smitten. I feel like if a bag does not have any hardware on it and it's just pure leather and it still looks stinking gorgeous, it is very well made and very well thought out. And that's how I felt about this bag, and still feel that way. There's hardly any hardware on here. You have Manzer Gabrielle at the bottom, and the only hardware is the zipper. Everything else is leather, but it's so stinking cute, right? So yes, I do want more, but I need to wear this more to warrant or even justify another purchase. But yes, this is all that I have from the brand, and it's woman owned. Okay, a woman founded. Okay, so next is Cult Gaia. I have 3 bags from Cult Gaia, 2 on the shelf. I'll bring up this colorful baby here, and this is I'm blanking on all the names today. Okay, I think this is the Nala bag. Nala or Nia, I don't remember. But I bought this a couple years ago off of Nordstrom, if I'm not mistaken, and it does say Cult Gaia here, and that's about it. I actually wore this for my birthday. This is my birthday bag last year. Doesn't fit much of anything. This is all that you're working with. But when I tell you it is a conversation piece, it is a showstopper, it is a unique moment. Okay, yes, it is just that, and I love it just for that reason alone. Now, Cult Gaia is owned and founded by designer Jasmine Larian Heckmont. Hopefully I'm saying these names correctly. So she launched the LA-based brand in 2012. The brand is known for the Arc bag, and I personally love them for very unique designs. I feel like with Cult Gaia, they don't go based off of trends. They beat to their own drum, to be honest. They have their own ethos. They know what they stand for. They know what the vision and what they want to do as a brand holistically. And it comes through in their designs. It comes through in everything that they do. And I love them for that. I'm so happy they also started doing fragrances. So hopefully I can get my hands on it soon, because the travel size discovery set came out before it was only the smaller ones, or you get the bigger ones, the small 1.5 vials. So yes, and I do have many many bags on my radar from Cult Gaia to get, but most of them are just occasion wear. I would say that they have branched out from mainly clutches to give it a little bit more variety. So you're getting a little bit more of a tote, you're getting a little bit more of top handles, even shoulder bags. So you are getting a little bit more variety, but they're still staying to their ethos of giving you something unique, different, possibly even sculptural. It doesn't matter. You're going to get something that will be not found anywhere else, and you're not really breaking the bank in terms of what they're delivering and how much you're going to pay for. Okay, I still feel like they're kind of affordable with their bags. Their clothing, wait for a sale. I do have some pieces, but wait for a sale, because especially their dresses, they're expensive. Okay, next I'm gonna do is Camila Messar. Now, I've only showed this bag a handful of times on my channel, and I definitely highlighted it over the Latino Heritage Month, mainly because this is a Latino or a Latinx, whichever you prefer, brand, but it is a woman-owned brand. A Colombian brand, a Colombian woman owns this brand, Camila Messar. Now, Camila Messar, she is a designer and founder. I couldn't find much information on her, but I think I've spoken about her before. And what she likes to do is bring forth the Colombian culture and traditions in her pieces. I don't know if she does anything else besides bags, but I've only seen bags from her and I love it. Okay, this is suede interior, suede side, and silk macrame or threading for this lace effect that you see here. Once I saw it, I was like, I need to have it. I just envisioned myself in a nice black cotton sateen tube dress A-line. Okay, midi A-line with this and wonderful pump heels. It's simple, classy, but it does the job and it looks effortlessly chic. That's just what I envisioned, and you can't tell me anything more. It does have a crossbody strap, which is this gold chain here, and down here you see the logo along with Camila Messar further down. Hopefully you can see that. As you can see, the whole entire interior is also suede, not microfiber, suede. So yes, definitely check them out. Some things may be up your alley or may not, but it's just worth a try. But yes, definitely woman owned and found and designed by Camila Messar. Next is this beauty here, Tori Sudan. I have 3 bags from her as well. One of them I'm currently selling because although I love it, I'm not gonna pull for it. I know that for sure. It is what it is. But if you're interested, definitely look on Mercari and Poshmark and all those stuff if you're interested. And if you don't know what those are, for me, comment me down below and I'll link it for you. But yeah, this is one of the bags. If I remember correctly, I think this is the Madden Clutch handbag, if I remember correctly. And honestly, this gave me YSL vibes, okay? And I was just like, I love this taupe beige color. It is stunning with this gold hardware. This chain is removable. And I've worn this bag, not often, but when I've worn it, it was effortless. It was like, it was heaven sent. I'm not going to lie. I really do like this bag. So Tori Sudan is the CEO and designer of this brand. She just studied in Paris, so she will have a lot of Italian leather and pieces and influences in her designs. This is a black owned brand, and I've always loved her. She is mostly known for her shoes, okay, and I will attest those shoes are scrumptious. And then she started to branch out a little bit into bags, but shoes is her forte. So if you want to meander over to her website, definitely take a look. You will see mostly shoes than bags, and I feel like she's kind of revamping and changing up stuff and letting stock deplete, so you may see not that much available to you at the current moment, but just stay tuned because I'm pretty sure she has something up her sleeve. But yes, Tori Sudan, Tori with an I, not a Y, and yes, she's good. Now, of course, I had to mention Tory Burch after talking about Tory Sudan. And this is the only Tory Burch bag I have remaining in my closet. I used to have about 3 to 4 of them, and I sold everything else. I had a miniature version of this in a beautiful mauve color. I had other bags. Probably I'll put pictures of them on the screen. Currently 2 of them I'm selling with the Real because I tried selling it separately and I wasn't getting what I wanted for them, right? But honestly, I feel like with me experiencing the brand, Tory Burch was kind of fickle for me. I've used the bags for a little bit or not at all, and I part ways with them. But this one, I cannot seem to part ways with, and perhaps you can see why. If you guys don't know, I love the Hermes Kelly, but I will never pay for the Hermes Kelly. I will never afford to pay for the Hermes Kelly, so let alone that, I can't get it in my collection, pretty much. So once I found this little baby that Tory Burch did, which are no longer available, they're currently discontinued. You can only find these versions on the pre-loved market. And what this is the Lee Radziwill bags. And this is the small. I had it in the mini. And they did have a medium, and that's as far as it went. I don't believe there was a large. However, the small was my wheelhouse. The mini was just too small, and as you can see, it concaves up, so you have to have the meat of your stuff kind of in this area down below. It does have feet, and of course I got in this beautiful caramel gold color with the hardware. It does have a lock to push this in, like all of them do, but I kind of just manhandle them. Now, I was toggling back and forth this year because I sent some stuff to the Real recently. And I was like, am I going to send this to get sold? And I'm like, Deandra, you got this at such a great price, and you hunted and you got it even in the color that you wanted. Don't do it, because you know you're never going to find a bag like this ever again. I've seen dupes. I've seen everything. I like this, hands down. Now, I have worn this to work. It does have a shoulder strap. The shoulder strap is useless. The straps on all of them are useless because this handle cannot go anywhere, okay? However, I have worn it crook of your arm type of situation, but I prefer when the weather gets warmer, just put it over my arm and be done, okay? It feels fine. The only thing is that I prefer to have long sleeves, because if not, sweat, my deodorant gets on there and I have to wipe it every time. That's not fun, right? But nonetheless, it works, okay? So because I don't want to part ways with it, I've just had it. Now with doing this video, I brought this baby out and I was just smitten all over again with this design and how it looks, and I'm like, Deandra, you need to wear this. You need to wear this bag. So this bag is going to be most likely on the shelf sometime soon when I do the change out for spring, because this is good. This is too good to keep in a box and just keep away out of the spotlight and never being worn, okay? So yes, Tory Burch. I didn't even talk about her. My gosh, I was just smitten by the bag. So Tory Burch is the founder, executive chairman, and chief creative officer for this brand, which was launched in 2004. While she remains the creative force and majority stakeholder, her husband, Pierre-Yves Russell, has also served on as CEO since 2019, okay? This is a very well-known brand. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen it in many different department stores. There's nothing new about this bag brand, and I'm pretty sure you guys knew it was woman-owned. Amy Kitzenberg, yes, I think it's kind of self-explanatory from the name, but sometimes the names can trip you up because we didn't even know Manzer Gabrielle was woman-owned by 2 women, right? So Amy Kitzenberg, the bag that I have from them, and I only have one, is this one, which I can never seem to part ways with, even though it's kind of funky. I think this is giving a little bit of psychedelic hippie vibes, if that makes any sense. I had this back when I didn't have a denim bag, and I just needed something in a blue color because I didn't have much blue either to begin with. This has gunmetal hardware, okay? It does have a back flap and everything with gunmetal studs all over it. So it's definitely different for my collection, but I just can't part ways with it because I don't know, it does something. It does have a little shimmer on it. This is a fully leather bag, but I just can't part ways with this bag. So Amy Kitzenberg, where did I write you? So yes, she is the founder and designer and co-CEO with her husband Sean Elan in 2013. And they also launched an affordable luxury group in 2013 as well. So that's how Amy Kitzenberg came to be. Alrighty, speaking of Rebecca Minkoff, I brought out this clutch, which honestly, I get torn every time I look at her. It is more of a darker red in person than what you're seeing on the camera. However, it is a gorgeous leather bag. Okay, I've had this for years. I haven't worn it in a while, but when I did, it was scrumptious. It gave me slightly Balenciaga vibes with the studs and everything on there and the black hardware. It was just good. You just put it under your arms and keep on moving. I do have it sold or trying to sell it at the current moment. No one has taken it yet, and I'm not really upset that much because probably the Lord is saying you need to keep it a little bit longer, Deandra. But it does say Rebecca Minkoff right there in silver foiled letters, and the rest of it is just scrumptious. It has crossbody strap with interwoven chain and leather in there. Yeah, it's not adjustable, but listen, it will do the job. Now, Rebecca Minkoff, as you can tell, is a woman-owned brand. Well, woman-founded. It was founded in 2005 by designer Rebecca Minkoff and brother Yuri Minkoff, under the umbrella of a LA-based company, which is Sunrise Bounds. In 2022, it became under that umbrella. They still serve both of them as creative officer and senior advisor respectively. So Rebecca Minkoff is the creative officer and her brother is the senior advisor. Lastly is this beauty here, which is Elisabetta Franchi, or Frankie. I don't know how you say it particularly. I found this brand off of Farfetch, but you can find them other places for sure. I've seen them on Satire. I've seen them on a good amount of places. Their bags are pretty affordable, and you have to watch out if they are leather or not, because most of them are vegan leather. I feel like my hands are ashy. I'm sorry, guys. I'm showing you all the ashiness. However, their clothes are expensive. Okay, don't expect to get anything on a bargain there. I mean, you could probably get a sale depending on where you're looking, but they're expensive. This is a tweed fabric bag, okay? And if you guys don't remember, I got this as an alternative to some Balmain or Balmain, what to call it again, bag designs that they have, which has a similar kind of print and aesthetic and vibe. I love it, and I'm happy I got this at a pretty good affordable price because it did the job. Now, Elisabetta Franchi is the name of the brand and the name of the woman who owns and founds and is also the creative director of the brand. It was established under a parent company called Betty Blue in 1998. A former Gucci CEO, Mario Bizzarri, acquired a 23% of the stake via his holding company, Nessie Fashion, okay, thus becoming chairman. But Elisabetta Franchi till this day still has creative control. So yes, this is the last woman owned or founded brand in my collection, and I will urge you to see what you have in your collection that is also woman owned or founded as well. I was utterly shocked that I had this much. I was utterly shocked that there were some brands that I thought were not woman owned or woman founded, and I was surprised that this was actually like a little of a learning experience for me, because I learned a lot about some even brands that I didn't even know were woman owned at all and how it came to be, and some of them still functioning in that capacity. I hope this was slightly informative, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are doing wonderful wherever you are, and have a good one. Bye.